Precisely. Two best buds. Precisely. Drinking beer and talking about stuff. Precisely. Bo and Tony. Precisely. Playing and reviewing games.
How's it going, everyone? This is Precisely Podcast, a podcast about beer and video games. I'm your host, Bo, and with me, as always, we got my main man, Tony.
That's right, guys, and we also have with us today
My wife. My wife, Kaila.
What up?
How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging.
You're substituting for Kelly tonight.
Yeah, they scraped the bottom of the barrel.
What? No, we're happy that you're here. You've been playing a video game with me, which we will talk about later. But yeah,
I've played a couple of video games since I was last on. It's been
That's
a
true.
while.
Okay.
You haven't wanted me back for so long.
Wow. Okay, good start. I'm excited to hear all the games that I forgot that you played. But let's talk about cider and beer because you're a cider drinker.
I am indeed.
What are you drinking on?
I have Blake's Hard Cider. It's the Apple Lantern. It's a roasted pumpkin. It's delicious.
Is it like spicy, like pumpkin spicy?
No, it's not spicy. Honestly, it's just a normal cider with a hint of pumpkin.
Ooh. Oh, that's good. To me, it's like applesauce with a little bit of cinnamon sugar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite pumpkin cider, but it's good.
It's a cute can with 3 jack-o'-lanterns on it.
I do like those. But yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
'tis the season. We're recording October 30th. This probably won't come out until early November. But yeah, we're still in the season. Trick-or-treat's tomorrow.
No, it's not.
Halloween's trick-or-treat's postponed due to rain.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They
Oh.
changed it to the 1st because we're supposed to get like torrential downpours and thunderstorms and
So
lightning.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a spooky day tomorrow.
Really?
It's going to be a spooky wet day.
What are we going to do? Is everyone still coming over?
I don't know. I
Damn.
figured I would do a group text later.
Wow. That sucks. Okay. We can discuss that later. Poor kids.
Why? It's just a day later. They're still going to get shit tons of candy.
Yeah, but we probably won't
Poor
be here.
kids have to wait an extra day to get free candy.
I figure we'll just leave the candy on the porch because I can't have that candy in the house. I will eat all of it.
Yeah, and I saw you pulled out all the Twix for me, so thank you.
Let me
for
take
that.
some to me.
What?
You pulled a bunch of Twix out for me and put them in a jar I saw in the cabinet.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Maybe I did it one night. I don't know. There's definitely a jar full of really good candy in the cabinet.
I did not do that.
Okay. Maybe I did
That's
without
weird.
remembering. So I'm drinking on the Bat Squatch from Rogue Brewery. It's a hazy India Pale Ale. It's very good. What does the can say, Tone?
Well, it has a cool-ass bat squatch on it.
Whatever a
Crouching
Bat Squatch
down.
is.
It's exactly what you would imagine.
Yeah.
And I think I had one of these beers a couple days ago. They're really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mildly bitter. It's just over 6.5% alcohol volume. And it has kind of a little story on it. For years, rumors have circulated that deep in the woods on Mount St. Helens lives the fabled Bat Squatch. While there are many tales of Bat Squatch, they are all a bit hazy on the details, which makes this such a juicy mystery. So what better way to honor the legend than with a hazy, juicy IPA? And bear with me because that was all kind of wet and hard to read.
No, it was good. Yeah, this beer is delectable. I believe Rogue is out in Washington, Oregon area. Highly recommend it. Really cool can. Like Tony said, it's like a mixture between not Batman, but a Batman and can Sasquatch.
Like a bat squatch.
Yeah, like a bat squatch.
Okay.
Exactly like what the can says. It's really tasty, though. It's a fruity, hazy IPA. Hardly bitter. But yeah. So let's talk video games. There's been a lot of leaks and things talked about on the PS5. We're big Sony fans here. And I wanted to know, Tony, are you going to get the PS5 day one?
There's no way I'm getting it day one because, as you know, I just got my PS4 like last year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get as much time out of that as I can. And it's the Pro model, so I have plenty of space and everything.
Yeah.
But what are you most excited for on the PS5? Like, what feature?
So the feature that I'm very excited for that they hinted at, said that it would be possible, is that it's backwards compatible from the PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 era. That sounds amazing to me, that I can put in a PS1 disc and play it, through a 1080p 60-inch screen TV without it looking like shit.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be a perk to buy it. That would definitely make me more inclined.
Exactly. But there was a translated Sony meeting in Japan where they said that they're having trouble doing that. And that makes me want to wait before I pre-order anything to see if that is actually happening or not. Because if it's not, then I'm not going to be a day one person. But if it is, I probably will pre-order it day one because I'm a little scared and skeptic that maybe the first model of the PS5 will be backwards compatible like the PS3 was and like the PS2 was for PS1. But after that, all the other models didn't play the generation before.
Yeah. I think they're releasing the PS5 and the PS5 Pro at the same time also.
Oh, you think so?
I'm pretty sure I heard that.
I heard that it's going to be like the regular model is going to be a $499 release. And I believe they're doing it like on Black Friday, which they did that back in the PS1 era, which is cool. Just because it's on Black Friday, it's obviously not going to be discounted. It's just going to be what it is. But yeah, I could see the regular version being $500, the Pro model being $650, $600.
That's insane.
It's a lot of money, but that's what the PS3 was when it first came out, was $600. Crazy, I know. So I'm skeptical on. We were talking about this yesterday while we were eating our pho, but what about online services? Is it going to transfer over from PS4
Yeah, I hope
to
so.
PS5?
I hope it's all cross compatible, and I think I can't imagine everyone's gonna go out and buy a PS5.
No.
Like the PS4 is insanely great.
I think they're, probably 10 to 20% of PS4 owners are going to buy PS5 in the first week. But the rest are just going to wait to see, what other people say about it. And it all depends what games they release, too, in the beginning. Death Stranding's coming out next month. I think that will be an early adopter for the PS5, like not like a remake, but like a better graphics for it. Last of Us 2 will also be on it, and Ghost of Tsushima will probably be on it as well. I've also heard that Horizon Zero Dawn 2 might as well be on it. So, I mean, if they have those 4 games like day one, those are all heavy hitters, even though 2 of them will for sure be on the PS4 to begin with.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think that the online community would want the PS5 more for the gameplay, like better graphics, better processing and stuff?
I think it all depends, like, what you're working with at your house, too. Like, right now I have a 60-inch TV, but it's only a 1080p. So, like, 4K doesn't mean crap to me. Like, do you have a 4K TV?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, like, you're sort of downgrading yourself then,
Yeah.
running a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
But, it still looks good to me. Like, I'm not, like, a graphical,
Yeah, well, I'm not playing, Call of Duty tournaments or anything.
Yeah.
I don't need the crispest picture, all the definition and the whatever 180 frames per second or whatever.
Yeah. I was actually talking to one of my coworkers today who got the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
and she was like, "It's so hard to see anyone online. Like people are just camping, they're sniping, and you can't see anyone. Everyone's just blending in with the territory." I'm like, I mean, that's just Call of Duty to begin with.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you, if you want a laugh, I stumbled upon this video on YouTube, and
Yeah.
it's recordings of chat rooms from Modern Warfare 2.
Like the original,
Yeah.
like when Tyler, you and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like recordings of this shit, and it brought back so many memories to
Like
me.
your mom, this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like talking about people being gay and like,
Oh, boy.
dudes telling other dudes they're gonna go over to their house and bang them, and
Oh boy. Yeah, I wanna see it.
dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah, maybe we can put that link in our description.
Yeah.
Totally down for that. So, I'm also interested in seeing if the PS4 controllers will work on the PS5 because that's a big thing. Controllers are expensive.
And you need more than one.
Yeah.
Everyone wants more than one.
And Xbox has said that their system will support Xbox One controllers and Elite controllers and all that. So I feel like PlayStation needs to do that.
I feel like what they need to do is, I doubt this will ever happen, but everyone band together and just make a universal controller, like a universal remote. That way if you want your freaking Xbox style controller for PS4, it's the same kind of wireless linkage.
So essentially just allowing like Bluetooth compatibility
Yeah.
with any system.
Yeah.
I agree. They should do that, with all the cross platforming and being able to play with Xbox users while you're on a Sony PlayStation for, Call of Duty or Fortnite and all that. They might as well. What does it really matter?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy a PS4 controller shaped like an Xbox one, right? With the same button layout, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if you customize the Xbox one.
Well, they have customizable controllers.
Yeah, Xbox does, for
Yeah.
sure. You spend a pretty penny on it, but they're controllers that will last you for a long time too. Whereas, I'm dealing with drifting on my one PS4 controller that my wife just bought for me last year for my birthday or Christmas. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we can't even use that. Which, by the way, Joy-Con drift for the Nintendo Switch, I actually shipped one out, and I got an email notification that they got it, and they're shipping it back, and they fixed it. So, hopefully no more problems with that. Highly recommend anyone going to the Nintendo website, service website, and, if you do have Joy-Con drift, it's really easy. You just find a box, a little bit of bubble wrap, throw it in there with a note saying, like, your name, your address, what Joy-Con color you have, and that it's drifting, and you send it. They send you a UPS slip for free, and you ship it out, and it comes back within 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Highly recommend. Yeah, I mean, we'll see with the PS5. Like, if they do, if it allows for all the original PlayStation systems prior to the PS5 to be played on it, I'm going to be an early adopter. But if not, no thanks. Talking about PlayStation, I just acquired a new kiosk.
What kiosk did you get?
A PS1 kiosk. Thanks for asking, Tony. Kayla's just looking at me all bitter. Like,
Not bitter. Not bitter.
yeah, so it's my 7th kiosk. I'm surprised I can fit it with all the other ones. Tony helped me bring it up the stairs like he always does. Appreciate it, Tony.
Yeah, we're getting good at it.
We really are.
Probably the smoothest one we've done.
And it was like 6 feet taller, over 6 feet taller than I am. Probably like 6'3".
Yeah.
And it's pretty wide. But I had to go down to the hood to get it. I was talking to a buddy the other night about kiosks. He just bought his first one, a Game Boy Advance one. Shout out to 915 Nintendo. And he was, trying to buy one of mine off of me, even though he lives in Texas. And I was, just chatting up kiosks and like pricing and all that, like what to look for. And I wanted to show him this one PS1 kiosk on OfferUp that really was in bad condition. The guy was asking too much, and while searching for it, I found a different one that was in a lot better condition and was cheaper. Messaged the guy. He went down like an extra $125 on his original price. So picked it up the next day, and it came with a bunch of demo discs and games, PlayStation, and a TV that I need to replace. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it. Good deal. Gonna do a little rearranging in the kiosk room, but excited to clean it up and get it all working.
Yeah, it's gonna look good. That's a nice piece.
Yeah, it really is. So, off-topic question. While we were driving yesterday to go get pho, we saw 2 ambulances with their lights on, back to back, like going by. And Kaila was like, "What do you think those are for?" I was like, "Probably the zombie apocalypse is about to happen. Like the first infected just happened right here in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania." And
My
she's
vote was for a car crash.
yeah, or that. But what would you guys like do for a zombie apocalypse? How long do you think you would survive? Like, what's your tactics?
Survive. I would definitely make it a long ass time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where would you go? Would you stay at your house?
Fuck no.
Where would you go? Tell me more.
I don't know. Away from people mostly.
I mean, you got a big
I would
truck.
try and band up with a couple.
I would hope that you would hit me up.
Couple people, probably.
Probably.
Dude,
Thanks, Tone.
what if you're infected?
Well, just call me, and if I pick up and I'm not like, brains.
If
Yeah, but
you're
it's
a
kind of
zombie-
time sensitive.
If
Yeah.
you're a zombie who
Dude,
can
what?
pick up the phone,
And then,
like
so what if you're at work? What if I'm at work?
Okay.
if you were at work and you found out that there was a zombie outbreak, I'm pretty sure you would dip.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you'd be able to leave.
I know.
Hey, boss, can I head out? The zombie apocalypse is coming. Nah, man, we got this heating
Yeah.
unit to fix.
Yeah. This person needs their AC on.
It's an emergency.
Yeah.
I feel like I would die pretty quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Unless
as long
my,
as you
like-
stuck with me, you'd be fine. What, you think I would die pretty quickly too?
No. Well,
I think I would last at least a week.
We would have to get out of here, dude. Anywhere near a city would be like the first place to get.
Where would you go though?
Into the woods.
No. See, I'm thinking if anything an island.
how
Dude,
are you going to get to an island?
Yeah, what are you thinking, bro?
Dude, we got kayaks.
You really think when
What are
the
you gonna
zombies
kayak
come
to City
that
Island?
we're going to have time to
No, not
load
City
up the
Island, 'cause
kayaks?
that has a bridge to it.
Yeah, the river's a foot deep, bro.
And then what
Everywhere's a bridge.
what about the dogs and cats?
Yeah.
What about when it rains a little bit and it floods?
I don't think zombies go for dogs and cats.
I was thinking about that.
I
You might
think
have to
that
leave them behind.
Zombies go for everything. Have you watched The Walking Dead? First episode, they eat a fucking horse.
Yeah, what kind of zombies are we talking about here?
I don't know.
You got to be real specific when you get into this
There are
now.
a lot of different strains of zombie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Dude, over the last 5
Which
years,
ones
how
are
many
we
different
talking?
zombies you think have popped up? There's got to be at least 24 different types of
So
zombies.
many different
Like
kinds
the
of
ones
zombies.
that used to do the bath salts.
Yeah.
You ever see those guys?
Yep.
I used to watch those YouTube videos like crazy, like people like crazed out of their minds, smashing their heads on like windshields of cars and stuff, and like eating people. Fucking weird. All right, so what kind of zombies are we talking about?
Well, you're the one who brought this up. What kind of zombies?
Walking Dead zombies.
I mean, I would hope slow zombies. You know, like
but they develop over
Dawn of the
time.
Dead zombies.
So not like World War Z, where
No,
they like.
dude, if it's World War Z, we're all fucking dead. every one of us. It doesn't even matter. If it's like that, fuck life.
What about like Shaun of the Dead? You remember that?
Yo.
There'd be some that would live then.
See, I feel like we could all go to like the armory, or I feel like a police station would be a good place to hide.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's where Resident Evil starts, is a police station that's infested by zombies.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
no
I didn't know
thanks.
that.
No, honestly.
And you think cops are just gonna like let you in?
No.
Like, oh, we have this limited amount of food, and we're all a brotherhood, you
Yeah.
know, of police
Okay.
officers. They're gonna be
Valid.
like,
See, this
Fuck
is
you
why
guys.
I want to build a house with an underground panic area.
yeah.
and a moat.
If I
That's
can.
Gotta have
bigger-
a moat.
That's bigger than 1 foot deep.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like my first go-to would be go to the Costco and loot it. Like, loot it or go there and cover up all the... I don't think they have windows. Cover
Dude,
up all the doors.
I'm definitely not doing any first day looting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's an easy way to die by another human instead of a zombie.
You got to feel it out, bro.
No,
you got to
if-
take
I mean,
baby steps.
If anything, you go to Costco, whoever's there, you're like, all right, we're going to be here. Nobody else is coming in. We got enough supplies to last us for a year.
I mean, those doors seem pretty easily.
You board them up with all the PS5s that nobody's buying.
I don't know about that.
There's going to be a lot of people with way more guns than us.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to
Yeah,
be
it's
involved
not
in that.
exactly a hard feat.
Yeah. I mean, I have one gun. But, yeah. Lots of bullets. So don't try me, motherfuckers. Either way,
Okay,
I'm
then.
thinking island or a very high rooftop. Or a hot air balloon. And a lot of beef jerky.
Until you run out of gas.
Well, you just go to a mountain.
Oh,
make
Fuel Mountain where they keep all the hot air balloon fuel.
Maybe. I
Oh
don't know.
my god. See, I feel like you would just.
Dude, you know there's still weather if there's zombies, right?
No.
Listen, what we do is we gather up all our supplies. We break into a bus, hijack it, just go, just stay on the road, collect gas wherever we go.
But if you're in a
Keep
populated area, more
moving.
zombies are going to be there. That's dangerous.
Yeah, and
Not
a bus is hard to maneuver around a lot of cars that are crashed and stuff.
All right, then we find a different large vehicle.
Tony's truck.
We get an SUV, something.
Yeah.
Tony struck with a plow on the front with
Yeah.
spikes.
Yeah.
Cow catcher. Like the thing on the front of a train.
Yes.
It's called a
Yes.
cow catcher. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The things you learn from Precisely. Yeah, that sounds good. Or, there's a train track right by our house.
Build a train.
No. No. Jump on a train that's going by.
Yeah, and then that train is filled with zombies.
No, there's only ever one conductor, so.
Dude, that's too complicated. I don't know how to drive a train. I don't know how to read the signals.
How are we going to
I
get the
don't.
dogs and cats on a train?
You throw them.
You
Chuck
throw my babies.
to
I'll kill you myself.
let them live.
That's
Another
not
day.
letting them live. That's throwing them into a fast-moving, solid thing.
All right, nobody has good ideas.
All right, what's one thing that you would like not a weapon that you would have to bring with you if there was a zombie? Like, you get the food out of your house, get the weapons. What's the other thing you
Can we
can't
all
leave
an-
your house without?
Can we all answer for someone else?
Okay.
Kayla, you would get Blue Blankie.
And her makeup.
No, she
First
wouldn't
of
need
all-
makeup. No.
You're editing that out. Fuck you. Are you going to get puppy dog?
Dude,
Clown
there's no shame in having a
I
sentimental
don't want to talk about this.
stuffed animal or blanket.
Oh my god!
Clown Pup has been in a drawer. I don't even know where he's at.
See, I know where Clown Pup is.
Okay, Kayla, what would Bo take with him?
Bo would try and fit all of the video game consoles that he could.
Alcohol.
No. No, because I hardly have liquor here.
Jewel pods.
Probably Jewel pods. I'd grab my Jewel pods.
All of the jewel pods.
I don't know if I would go for any video games, honestly.
No point, dude.
No point. Like it's
a waste of space.
You need to be alert. If anything, maybe a Game Boy that's backlit. But that would,
Your video games wouldn't be touched by the zombies, though, if you could get back here,
Yeah, but they'd be touched by the people who aren't zombies.
No, they'd die.
Oh, yeah, looters are going to be like, oh,
they're going to be like, we have to stay stuck hidden in areas for long periods of time. We need something to do.
3 Mile Island.
That's where you'd go?
They just closed it down.
They did just close
Did they?
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why?
Because apparently nuclear energy isn't...
No, it costs more.
It's less
to
efficient than
upkeep
coal.
it than
Wait, we use coal?
Well, okay, it's a whole thing. The government didn't want to give any grants to that because Trump is pushing all the fossil fuels, coal and stuff. But anyway,
that's
Why do you
it.
think he's doing that?
Because
he is doing that because
Why?
he believes it's more efficient. He doesn't believe in global warming, greenhouse gas emissions and stuff.
Can we not talk about this?
Yeah, we're
'Cause
not
It's
gonna talk
gonna
about
get
it.
real political, and
No, let's not do
let's
that.
not.
But anyway,
All right.
what would I bring?
Your mountain bike for sure.
Probably have my bike. Yeah.
That would be a really good idea.
That would be a good idea.
That would be a really good idea to
You
have
would definitely
bikes.
bring your bike. Because,
There you go.
Because you could go
That
into
is
the
good,
woods
actually.
then. Yeah.
All right. What
For
else? Kayla, you pick my other thing.
You would also bring.
I hate that you said alcohol for me. Motherfucker. I definitely would bring booze.
So why do you say you hate it? He's right. You know what I would bring though, Tony. I feel like you would also bring jewel pods.
Yeah.
You two are vaping like crazy all the time.
I would just go to coffee and chewing tobacco and become a hard
Ew.
ass. Like a countryman.
I would bring something. I would bring like a photo, like some pictures.
Aw.
That's nice, actually.
Yeah.
There's no way I would do that shit.
See, but I would like. I mean,
Would you smash the frame, the glass, so you could just like take the
well,
photo
yeah, I'm
out?
not gonna bring fucking frames of pictures. But I mean, when I'm thinking about it now, I think like I would love to be able to take something like that,
Yeah.
so that not my
In
my
case I
entire
died.
life isn't like just gone.
Yeah.
But in the heat of the moment, I would probably just want to bring like as much clothing and blanket as possible. But honestly, I would just be like, where are the animals? Let's go.
Yeah.
Like I would forego taking anything as
I'd-
long as I could get.
Yeah, I would throw
Our
the
animals.
cats. We would throw the cats in a book bag each. Zip that baby up. And grab the dogs.
Yeah, I would honestly be more proactive about like getting their things together than anything for us.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay, let's talk about something else now because I'm gonna get all emotional about like protecting my animals. So let's do something else.
Okay. Let us know what you guys think. What would you bring?
How long would Bo and Tony survive in the zombie apocalypse?
I think Tony would outlast me.
No, I want the people who are listening to tell us.
Yeah, tell us that. Tell us your number one thing that you would bring. If anyone says anything video game related, don't talk to me. Because you should not do that.
I think it would be smart to bring something video.
You
game
wouldn't take your
related.
Earthbound?
What am I going to do with Earthbound cart without a TV and a Super Nintendo?
Beat off to it.
Wow.
Oh,
Tony.
fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
I'd probably, grab a flashlight.
I hope so.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
I would grab definitely all the water I have in my house
Yeah, for sure.
and even ice.
What would you do for the beer?
To melt the ice so I can drink it.
Yeah. I'd probably go to a liquor store first thing.
No, the first place I would go would be like to get all of the protein bars.
Yeah, Costco.
Dude, you can't. Everyone's going to be at Costco.
Yeah.
I began that.
I would
beef
go to
jerky.
like a GNC and get like
Vitamins.
but they sell like protein
Supplements.
bars and things that can keep you full without taking up a ton of space and not needing to be cooked.
Yeah.
Because like, think about it. You don't want to make a fire to attract other people. And
that's why I wouldn't bring a video game system, because you wouldn't be paying attention then. If anything, like a deck of cards, but I would have no idea like where a deck of cards is in
just
our
bring
house.
a chessboard with you.
Yeah. I'd bring a charger for my cell phone. No, I feel like if zombie apocalypse happened, like electricity, Wi-Fi, all that would go out within the first week.
Maybe not a week, but yeah.
Something.
Bring lots of matches.
But no, I mean, I would go to a liquor store and get high-proof alcohol and make Molotov cocktails. You know?
Yeah.
Throw those at a thing of zombies. I would hope that the zombies are slow, or at least as fast as us.
What if fire doesn't affect them?
Fire affects them.
Yeah, it should.
Nothing is resilient to fire.
You know what? A fire truck would be actually smart to get, because that's like a bus, but sturdier, and it has a hose.
So should we just like hit up Brandon for the ambulance?
Yeah, we should probably get the ambulance.
All right. We'll have to give him a call.
Our one friend, Brandon, drives an ambulance and lives in an ambulance. Yeah. And he has a lot of guns, so. Brandon, shout out to you. We'll hit you up.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I wanted to shout out two guys that are doing something great. Retro Gaming Zone and OG Retro on Instagram are hosting an amazing raffle this week. By the time that this is out, it will already be over, but they have over 10 amazing prizes, and all the proceeds go to National Breast Cancer Research. Really good cause. Earlier today, I saw that they've already raised $3,000 within 2 days. Freaking amazing. Sure that number is up. I donated some. A lot of my friends I saw donated some. And I also donated a Sega Saturn controller that's coming out that I wanted to tell you guys about. Deal of the week is RetroBit. Is thrilled to announce that its partnership with Sega and Limited Run Games has brought the opportunity for all to give back and raise awareness in time for National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This October 2019, RetroBit is releasing for pre-order a collection of limited controllers officially licensed by Sega. All appropriately colored clear pink. Priced at only $19.99, and 10% of the proceeds go to NBCF. So that's really cool. I donated one of those, even though it's a pre-order. The person that wins that will get one of those. And I was also thinking, you know, we could do a giveaway that we might not even post about, just for the listeners that listen to this. Once I get those, we'll do, I guess, like 3 different podcasts from now. We'll do a winner for that. So we'll do a secret code for each podcast. Get a clear pink Sega Saturn controller once they come out, free if you win. We'll do, what should the secret code be? Zombie apocalypse?
Dragonfly.
No.
Why not?
Tony, what do you think?
Zombie apocalypse will be fine for
All
the
right.
first one.
So DM us on Precisely Podcast on Instagram, Zombie Apocalypse, if you want to be entered for a limited edition. Only 2,000 of these controllers are being made for Breast Cancer Awareness Month for the Sega Saturn. So Zombie Apocalypse.
Or Dragonfly.
Or Dragonfly for just a bonus point for my wife.
That definitely warrants a controller.
Okay, either one. Zombie Apocalypse or Dragonfly. So let's talk about the video games we played.
Played quite a few games.
I think the last one you talked about was Candle for the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since then, I played and beat Dust, an Elysian Tale.
Oh yeah, that was for the Switch. That was a limited run game.
That game was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing it. I'm actually really tempted to go back and like 100% it
Oh really?
because I didn't. And I don't know, I have a thing about 100%ing games, I guess.
Yeah, you're a completionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that game was really fun. It was really right up my alley.
It's a puzzle platformer. What you like?
Yes.
Yeah. Really cute graphics, and the battle system looked really cool too. Like you can do a bunch of combo hits, like up to like what 50 to 100 plus combo hits on
Oh, you
like
can
one
get
thing.
up to like over 1,000.
Really?
One of the like mini challenges was
Wow.
to get 1,000.
Wow.
I think I got close, but
Okay.
it wasn't too difficult, and that's what I really enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy playing video games, but once they get too hard, I pass the controller off to Bo. So yeah, I really enjoyed playing that, and the only other game that I've actually really enjoyed playing has been Ori and the Blind Forest, which has been a long time coming for us to be able to play because it finally was released for the Switch.
Yeah, since we don't own an Xbox One in this household, we learned about Ori from your past employer
Yeah.
that showed us gameplay of it, and we were both drawn into it. We were like, wow, this is amazing.
It's such a beautiful
We
game.
contemplated getting an Xbox One just for this game,
We did.
and I said, no, that's ridiculous. But we both really wanted to play this game, and, at the time it had amazing reviews. It was an Xbox exclusive, and now Xbox and Nintendo are friends, which is amazing. So we got Cuphead first, and by the time we got Cuphead, I was like, you know what? I think Ori is going to come out eventually. And sure enough, they announced it, and it came out, and I bought it and downloaded it, and we started playing it, last week?
Mm-hmm.
Not even a week ago.
We've been super into it, playing
And that's
pretty
all
hard.
we're doing on our, after we get home from work. We're like, screw watching a television show. Let's just play Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
So tell us, about the beginning of it.
No, because you're going to make fun of me.
I will not say anything to make fun of you.
I mean, you already did. But,
On Instagram.
yeah.
On a story that hardly anyone looks at.
So the beginning of the game is pretty sad, honestly. It's about this little light creature, and he's being taken care of by this, I don't know, this big circle-shaped, cuddly-looking
Yeah, like
lady.
a big teddy bear-like thing.
I don't know, but she's real cute, and I want a stuffed animal of her.
And they're both alone in this forest, essentially.
Yeah, it's just them, and they're surviving, but then the food runs out, and she gives the last piece of fruit that they have to this little light guy, Ori, and she eventually dies, and he just wakes up to her,
dying.
not being alive anymore. Just heartbreaking. And then he's on this quest to restore the light to the forest.
Which he's like, what type of monkey would you say?
Oh, he's the one with the ears.
Yeah.
Really big ears.
Tony, you know
Really
monkeys.
Tony's not paying
I
attention.
don't know, like a lemur.
No,
Yeah.
he's not a lemur.
I
Yeah,
think he's like a
sorta
lemur.
No.
A macaque.
My cock. What's a macaque?
It's a type of monkey.
Hold
How
on.
do you spell
You
it?
know what? I'm going to look this up quick.
Orangutan,
No,
it's
it's
not
like a
orangutan.
chimpanzee.
No, like one of those small gray ones with a white belly. I think it's a lemur. With the
Lemurs
big
aren't gray,
eyes.
though.
Man, just Google search monkeys with big ears. You won't be disappointed. It's not helping, but oh, they're so cute.
Okay. Either way, he's similar to a monkey, I would say. He has a tail, but he's like a light creature. So wherever if he's up close to a wall, the wall shines bright and stuff. Like he produces light.
Oh, it's like a fennec fox.
Let me see.
That's exactly what he is. He's like a fennec fox.
Oh, he is like a fennec fox.
Look.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because I was just looking at, there's a local artist group in our area called
Fennec.
Fennec Fox Designs, and they're amazing. You should check them out on Etsy.
Yeah.
They have really cool shirts. Anyways, so Ori's been a lot of fun. It's such a beautiful game. Yeah.
It is. Well, I mean, it's a very beautiful game, like you said, like artistically drawn and all that. But gosh darn, it is one of the most frustrating games I've ever played.
Yeah.
And yet now, it's made me a better gamer, at least for this game. Like when I first started, I was just like, these controls don't make sense. I know exactly what I need to do. I'm doing it. It's not working, you know. But the more you play it, the better you learn and get better from it, you know.
Which works because there's a second one, isn't there?
There's a second one coming out,
Yeah.
but not yet. There are parts in it, you know, where both of us are just like cursing so loud at the TV
Me?
because
I
you
don't
just
do
keep
that.
dying. But the great thing about this game is that you get these different light orbs. You have these green light orbs that's your health, and then you have blue light orbs that are special powers, and one of the special powers is to be able to save whenever you want
all
to.
of the time.
Like almost anywhere. And that will help you no matter what. Being able to save right before the next area. Like let's say you kill an enemy that kept killing you. You save it after you kill him. Now you can move on. You die from the next guy probably 5 more times, but at least you go right back to where you found him, you know. And you keep going, and it's just a very repetitive game where you're constantly saying, okay, this is where I messed up. How can I do this different to get past this?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's save. I think the more you play it, the easier it gets, obviously, because you're getting better, but you're also increasing your health orbs and your special orbs.
Yeah.
So you have
You
more
can survive
opportunity
longer.
to save. You have more special abilities. You also gain ability points. And we've almost ranked all those out now. And like the last couple ones, you know, is like you can breathe underwater without having to go up for a breath. When you do a save, it only takes half of a light orb instead of a full light orb.
And it
which
restores some of your health.
it restores some of your health when you save, which is amazing, especially like when you're at a very tough part where no matter what you do, you're going to get hit once. But then after getting hit once, you can advance from that area,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And some things can one-hit KO you in this game, too. I wouldn't say that there's bosses in this game. Mainly, like, mini bosses, like mini areas
It's
where...
more situational.
Yeah, like it'll lock you in an
Head,
area
like-
where you have to beat that certain creature or whatever before, you know, it unlocks the gate or door for you to advance. Did we say that it's a 2D platformer, like
Yeah.
puzzle platformer? Okay.
I just really enjoy that there's like a really well thought out story to it.
Yeah.
I think it really pulls on the heartstrings because it shows even the quote unquote like evil character. It shows the backstory of why she is doing what she's doing.
Why she's evil.
This owl.
Yeah.
And it's because, you know, what
we just
we
unlocked
view
that, yeah.
as being the good is actually something that ended up taking precious things away from her and like
Yeah.
destroying her life basically. And it's like, it just makes you think like, well, no shit. Like I'd want to ruin the world if that happened to me too.
Yeah.
So it's a really great game. I really love it.
And the story comes in at like such good points where, you know, it's just a couple things of dialogue, or it'll show like a little like clip of like ghost like creatures,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
of,
like playing back memories.
Yeah, memories essentially. But it never really like interrupts gameplay. It flows so well. Like
Yeah, that was
Especially-
something that
sorry.
Candle could have improved upon because
Yeah.
their story was just, oh my God, it was so, the clips of the storyline would just be so long and so slow.
Yeah.
And like with this, they're just long enough and spaced out really well, so you're not feeling like, Jesus Christ, like when's this gonna be over?
And I think, when it comes to that, I think Ori had a great budget being an Xbox exclusive. Like Microsoft went to the makers of Ori before it was produced being like, we want this on our system and only our system. So we're going to pay you X amount of millions. So they're like, cool, we're going to be able to invest that much more into writers, into creators, into designers, and make this an amazing experience. So to me, like, there's not bosses, but there are parts in the game that are like bosses where the platforming is moving and you have to move with it, and you have to pause yourself from moving at points to, dodge or escape like areas that are like blasting out at you that will hurt you, spikes that are falling down from the ceiling that will attack you. But everything is the same every time. So no matter how you die, you're like, okay, I know to move to the left when these spikes come down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, memorization and repetition until you beat it. And like last night we were playing it, and I literally gave up after the 20th time when this whole like ice field is like coming after me, and I'm like killing it. Like I was doing so well. I guess we were right near the end, but I kept dying. I was just like, I give up. I'm so done with this.
And then I picked up the controller
And you're
I
like,
did
I
it.
don't. Well, you're like, I don't even want to play this. I'm like, you haven't played it. You haven't really tried this part except for right in the beginning, like the day before. Just try it again. And you got through it, all the parts that I did. I was like, cool, this is awesome. And during this crazy intense time when the camera's moving and you have to move with the camera, you can't save. So you have to start from the beginning if you die. It's the only times that you have to do that, and like mini boss battles are the same. But you got past the parts. I was like sort of like telling you like, oh, move to the left. Oh, duck. Like, and then literally like the part that I died, you like chilled in this like corner when this giant spike ceiling like fell down where I kept getting crushed on. You chilled in this corner where it didn't hit you, and then you floated up, and it was like a cut scene. And when I was like, what? And you were able to save after that. I was like, wow, I was right there. But like that was amazing, and it's amazing playing a single player game with you. Like everyone says, multiplayer is where it's at. Like when we played Donkey Kong together, Tropical Freeze, that was amazing and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was leading the team for the most part. You died a bunch.
All right.
But no, like
Calling me out.
But it's true, there was
Yeah.
times that you were alive that you could call me back in because you were alive on Donkey Kong. Like this is like we're just passing the controller back and forth and having a great time with it, and able to see the story play out. So we have one more dungeon to do before we beat
We
it?
have one more like
Area to
light
unlock.
to acquire.
Okay.
Probably before we go to battle the owl and like face off with her.
I'm pumped.
Yeah. I'm really just thinking about playing that right now.
And we can. The one thing I do want to touch on this game is that the controls are so precise and they're so well tuned and amazing. Like when we first started playing it, you can run up on walls. Like you get the ability, I think, to run up on walls. And you have to like tap, tap, tap. And I was like, let me play around with this because we were both struggling, like just like tapping it as hard as we could, trying to jump up this wall. And I felt the motion that like, oh, I can just slide down this wall. I can press the button, jump up, higher from just doing one long press instead of tapping as fast as possible. and like the flow of the jump button is just so perfect, and then like getting these ability points where you can double jump and you know in the air, and the last one that we still need to acquire is like a triple jump, which is amazing. It's like the sky's the limit with this game, like where you can go.
Yeah.
And it's a Metroidvania, so there's a lot of areas that you won't be able to get to that you can see in the beginning. You're like, how the heck do I do this? But then you get a new ability that you're like, that's how I unlock that wall. You know, that's how I break that wall, because now I can parry this enemy's attack and throw it at that wall that's been blocking this orb for the longest time, you know?
Yeah, this is another game that I want 100%.
And we have been, like, we've been going back to
Yeah.
past areas, you know, where it says, how many areas do you think there are? Like a dozen or something?
Yeah.
Probably. So it tells you like what percent each area is at, and it's cool to, you know, get everything possible out of that area and see like, oh, we were at 70%, but now we're at 98%. Like, what's the last thing that we need?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good game. Please get it. I think what did I buy it for? 15 or 20 bucks?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just played
It was cheap on the eShop. So, yeah. Well, besides that, I finished West of Loathing on the Switch. Literally had, I don't know, half an hour to an hour of gameplay left. Really cool game. I talked about it in previous episodes. I knew I was close to the end, but didn't realize how close I was. Had to do a few more battles. It's a very text-oriented, humorous game, and when I played it, I needed some comedy in my life, and it was the perfect, you know, substitute for that type of game experience. I also played a little bit of Super Mario Sunshine, if you guys saw that on my Instagram, and I was really scared at first because when I put it in, my save file wasn't there, and I was like, crap, and I'm scrambling to find more memory cards. I'm like, you know, where's my save file, because I had a bunch of stars or whatever you collect in there. So, yeah, it's stars.
They call them shines, though, right?
Yeah, shines. Yeah, I think you're right. And finally I found it. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, after the third memory card, it was there. I was like, cool, it's still there. I only picked up 2 more shines, and I was like, I'm so frustrated by this game. Like, the controls are really bad, in my opinion. They don't react the way you want them to, especially after playing a game like Ori, where everything's so fine-tuned and perfect. And we're talking about a GameCube game to a Nintendo Switch game. But I still enjoy it. Like, I still enjoy, like, the dumb humor of Super Mario Sunshine and the quirkiness of it, and it being a 3D Mario game. But after that, I was like, let me, you know, play something different that maybe I haven't played. And I actually went to my small little Wii collection and saw Paper Mario for the Wii. Put that in. I've played all the other Paper Marios and beat all of them minus the 3DS version. First time playing the Wii version, and literally in the beginning I had to go through an hour of dialogue, and there was no way to skip it. So I just got lost on my phone. I'm like, I'm not even reading any of this. Like, kept pressing A, finally got to some gameplay, another half an hour of dialogue. So when it comes to the Paper Mario series, it's the RPG of Mario games. So when you get to an enemy, it'll go to a cutscene, and then you battle them. You know, it's a turn-based RPG. This one, no, it's a 2D crappy platformer where enemies can take so many hits, and you just jump on them like any regular Mario game, but some enemies might take like 3 or 4 hits to defeat. And I played a decent amount of it. The puzzles are really cool. Because it's a 2D platformer and it's Paper Mario, you get a secret ability in the beginning of the game where you can go to 3D mode. So you see the other plane of field where, you know, you're looking at it left to right. Well, now it goes, I guess, vertical, like up and down, and you see the other direction of the screen. And that's cool, but you can't be in that mode the whole time. So it reduces your health the longer you stay in that mode. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it back up. It got really bad reviews, but I wanted to see, for myself, the Wii U version of Paper Mario Color Splash got not the best of reviews, but I absolutely love that game. So I was like, let me try the Wii version. No, not good. The dialogue sort of killed it for me. But besides that, those are the games I've played.
Are you going to pick up the new Call of Duty?
No, but are you?
I think so.
I don't have space on my PS4 for it. I would have to delete like Red Dead and Assassin's Creed for it. I'm pretty sure it's like 130 gigabyte download.
Oh, man.
It will take you a while to download it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the campaign's amazing though for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
You remember us talking about it and like how it was a little controversial.
Yeah.
And stuff. People are really enjoying the campaign and how realistic it is to, terrorism and defending your lives, like being in that world, like as a kid even, I think you play as a kid or you see a kid like have to stab a terrorist or kill a terrorist. So, I mean, it's real life.
Yeah.
If you're in that type of situation. But, I haven't really heard much on the multiplayer besides what Ruthie told me at work today, that it's hard to see people.
Yeah.
And that there's too many campers.
Gotta find out for myself what it's like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you, baby, for being on the podcast.
Thanks for joining us, Kaila.
Happy to be here.
We would love to have you on sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe after we beat Ori.
You'll have to get another game then.
We have 4 microphones now, so you can be on.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah. We haven't had a 4th person on, so that would be fun to do. If for some reason you fast forwarded to the end because you love the ending of Precisely Podcast, we did do a little giveaway, so go back to the beginning and listen to all of it to get the secret code.
The secret codes.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Actually, yeah, say both of them. You gotta message both of them, but in 2 different messages. They can't be combined.
That's stupid.
The one and then the other.
It's a lot of messages to go through.
Hey, it's limited 2,000
Entries?
well, no.
2,000 made?
2,000 controllers made. Yeah, sorry. I brain farted.
Quite the pause. And it is for an amazing cause.
Yeah.
I mean, supporting breast
cancer.
cancer awareness. What?
Bee cancer.
Oh. Wait, you
I
didn't want to
guess.
say breast?
Yeah.
We all have them.
Why say many word when few word do the trick?
Can you do that again?
Why say many word when few word do trick?
All right, caveman Tony.
I don't
Right
know.
on.
The fact that came out real garbled the first time kind of.
No,
went
he like
against
just
you.
skipped a bunch of words.
I don't think I
It
ever
was
said
really
that
smart.
before in my life.
That was great. That was great. Honestly, I love that. Also, we have great news. We reduced the price of our hoodies and T-shirts
Whoop,
of
whoop.
Precisely by $5 each. I think I even put the shipping down on the hoodies. So get them now while it's good. I might just keep it at this price, but we would love to see more people rocking our gear. Just search for Precisely Podcasts on eBay, and you'll see both of our T-shirts and hoodies in all different sizes and colors.
And the hoodies come in some cool colors, and they're super comfortable. It's great
Super
for fall and
comfortable.
winter.
I'm actually rocking one right now, and I'm loving it.
Nice maroon color. Little burgundy brick.
Yeah. Also wanted to thank everyone for listening to our last podcast. We got more views than ever before, so we appreciate all the love. You can find other great gaming podcasts at gamingpodcastalliance.com. A lot of our friends that do gaming podcasts, so if you want more gaming goodness, go to gamingpodcastalliance.com and make sure to follow us at Precisely Podcast on Instagram. Thank you guys. We out.
We out.
We out.